Please be seated. Okay, so you'll notice that we have a little bit of white space in the back of the room. We'd like to invite family and friends that would like to come into the back 8 rows in the white seats there to be a little bit closer. If you'd like to move at this time, that's okay. But let's not sit with the students. No. Okay, it is my great pleasure, as well as my distinct honor, to welcome you and officially open the departmental convocation ceremony honoring the biochemistry and biology students in the Stony Brook University graduating class of 2014. Welcome first to this impressive group of graduates. Congratulations, you did it. Please let me also offer a hearty welcome to the family and friends of our graduates who have assembled here today to help myself and my colleagues in undergraduate biology and from the departments of biochemistry and cell biology, ecology and evolution, neurobiology and behavior, as well as faculty members from the Department of Anesthesiology, medicine, molecular genetics and microbiology, pharmacological sciences, and the School of Medicine, who are all assembled here today to honor our graduating biochemistry, biology majors, and biology minors. You should all be extremely proud of the accomplishments of your graduates. They did it. So now, to our graduates. You are all certainly aware of the work you have put in to get to this day, but I'd like to make sure that our guests appreciate your accomplishments. Please bear with me for a minute while I bring our guests up to speed. Here you go, folks. This is what your graduates have accomplished. Our biology and biochemistry graduates will be receiving degrees from 2 of the most rigorous and respected undergraduate majors degree programs at Stony Brook. Biology and biochemistry also happen to be 2 of the largest majors on the Stony Brook campus. Indeed, this gathering is the single largest departmental convocation ceremony at Stony Brook today. As alumni of Stony Brook, this group of graduates will be alumni of one of the most premier public research universities in the United States and will have earned a degree that is respected worldwide. This respect is not just handed out, but is achieved through hard work. The biological sciences at Stony Brook are built upon a solid foundation of math and physical sciences. Our biology and biochemistry graduates have all taken 2 semesters of calculus, 2 semesters of general chemistry with lab, 2 semesters of physics with lab, 2 semesters of organic chemistry with a lab, as well as additional math or chemistry courses depending upon their specific area of specialization. The biology curriculum for our, and that's just the beginning. The biology curriculum for our biology and biochemistry students starts with a rigorous core of 5 bio courses, including 2 labs that cover the fundamentals of biology, from hydrogen bonds, cellular physiology, and genetics to the evolution of humans and our interactions with the world and its global ecology. This comprehensive core curriculum is then followed with at least 7 different upper division biology courses, including upper division labs, all of which be passed with a grade of C or better, and the satisfactory completion of an upper division writing requirement. P.S. For the students, Ellen Lopez is in the audience and is still accepting submission of upper division writing requirements. Oh, and then in addition, the university has a couple of other additional requirements in other areas for these graduating students, including 2 courses in humanities, 2 courses in the composition, 4 courses in the humanities and performing arts, 2 courses in the social and behavioral sciences, and 4 courses in cultural traditions and the impact of science, culture, and society on one another. Not to brag on our graduates too much, but they are amongst the best and brightest at Stony Brook. Those of us on the faculty in the life sciences at Stony Brook frequently hear from colleagues in other departments, extending from Asian and American studies, applied mathematics and studio art, to philosophy, psychology, and women's studies, that the very best students in their classes are biology and biochemistry students. I do not need to spend much more time further belaboring this point. As your graduating students will tell you, science is evidence-based, and the accomplishments of this year's group of graduates will become self-evident as we proceed through today's program. As you will hear, these efforts and achievements extend beyond the classroom experience of a college student. Clubs, research, community service, work, and, well, just growing up as a person, a scholar, and an educated citizen. Not to steal any thunder here, but there'll be more on this later when we have the privilege of hearing from today's student speaker. So what does the future hold for our graduates? Today we are honored to have a special guest, a former Stony Brook student who has come back to provide some perspective on the world outside and the types of challenges and opportunities that await our graduates. It is a large and complex world out there, one that is not fixed but constantly in a state of flux and change. Our alumni speaker should give you confidence that the education you have received here at Stony Brook has prepared you not only to meet the challenges you might expect, but also equipped you to overcome challenges that we cannot yet imagine using knowledge that does not yet exist. Dr. Jared Manicky grew up on Long Island and is a proud graduate of West Islip High School. He came to Stony Brook in 1976 and studied both music and biology, receiving bachelor's degrees in both majors in 1980. Indeed, Dr. Manicky is doing a doubleheader today and will be speaking at the music convocation ceremony in the afternoon. Dr. Manicky followed his undergraduate studies at Stony Brook by crossing under Nichols Road, where he went to earn his medical doctorate at Stony Brook University School of Medicine. He also completed his anesthesiology residency and fellowship in cardiac anesthesia and pediatric anesthesia at Stony Brook, and then joined the Stony Brook faculty in the School of Medicine from 1988 to 2000, serving as the clinical director of anesthesiology department for the final 7 of those years. Jerry, as he prefers that we call him, left Stony Brook to join the anesthesiology department at the University of California, San Diego in 2000. This move earned him huge brownie points with his wife, Lisa, whose family lives in San Diego. There, he rose to the rank of chair of the anesthesiology department in 2005, and under his leadership, the department at the University of California, San Diego has enjoyed significant growth, now consisting of 65 faculty, 42 residents, 12 fellows, and 22 anesthesists. This group serves the USD Medical Center, one of the largest referral centers in Southern California. Dr. Manicky's own research interests are on biological waveform analysis and minimally invasive means of assessing cardiovascular function during anesthesia. Aside to students, hey guys, doesn't that sound a little bit like Bio 203? He has authored several articles and book chapters and won numerous awards for his clinical contributions, his teaching, and his presentations at international meetings. Jerry points to his basic science education at Stony Brook as the key foundation for his own work and the most important factor enabling him to help other faculty and students advance in their careers. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Jared Manicky.
Well, thank you, Dr. Gergen, for that very kind introduction. Graduates, faculty, family, and loved ones, thank you so much for the opportunity to share this wonderful occasion with you. I'd especially like to thank Dr. Gergen and Stony Brook Biology and Biochemistry for inviting me and making me feel so welcome. To have the opportunity to speak to these superb graduates is exciting and, I must admit, somewhat intimidating. Recently, sitting in the living room checking my email, I noticed a message from someone named Dr. Peter Gergen. I said to my wife, Lisa, wow, you will never believe this. They're inviting me to Stony Brook to give a convocation address to the biology and biochemistry graduates. My wife looked at me and said, you? Why? I said, I don't know. They must think I'm a good person to do it. Are you going to accept that? What would you say to them? I don't know, but it's really cool. I have to do it. Okay, she said, so whatever you do, though, make it brief. This is not the time to go into your professorial mode. There's nothing worse than a long convocation address. My wife has her own unique way of being very supportive, which, by the way, she actually is. Well, I have never given a convocation address before. There is no book called Convocation Addresses for Dummies. I can tell you I looked. And this is very typical of me. I don't quite know what I'm getting into, so I say, sure, I'll do it. What criteria do I use to take something like this on rather than just kicking back in San Diego in my comfort zone, sipping margaritas? Well, the first is someone asked me to do it. By doing it, I will make someone happy. Dr. Gergen will be happy today, I hope, and that's a good thing. Second, there's at least a chance that I'll do a decent job. I have some background related to the task. The third, doing the project will expand my skill and knowledge. Fourth, I will meet new people. Fifth, it will help build my career. Sixth, it will be a challenge. I am testosterone toxic still, and I can't resist a good challenge. And then seventh, most importantly, I'll enjoy doing it, which already I can tell you I'm enjoying this. This all relates to what I'd like to speak to you about today. Serendipity, recognizing opportunity, and acting upon it. I've managed to accomplish a few admirable things in my life, having done so with fairly average abilities, and I will tell you, I met with some of the students yesterday, and I wonder if I could accomplish these kinds of things today that I heard about yesterday. Absolutely wonderful. So I do have fairly average abilities, but I think I have an above average focus, drive, and ability to recognize and act on opportunities. I've even used mishaps to advantage. I'll discuss how capitalizing on serendipity can result in scientific and perhaps even some personal success. Serendipity, mistakes, and accidents have led to huge scientific accomplishments. Isaac Asimov said, "The most exciting phrase to hear in science, the one that heralds new discoveries, is not eureka, but that's funny." The biologist Alexander Fleming in 1929 was not as fastidious in handling his Staphylococcus cultures as he should have been. They became contaminated with fungus, which then began to kill the staph. When he saw his cultures dying, he said, "That's funny," and recognized it as an unintended event with possibilities. He later ushered in the modern age of antibiotics by isolating the killing substance produced by the fungus, penicillin. Another example, one of the greatest breakthroughs in our understanding of how anesthetics work occurred in a laboratory in England where a voltage clamp experiment revealed unexpected, initially disappointing results. Intense follow-up revealed that anesthetics were acting at lipophilic portions of ion channels, not cell membranes, as had been previously thought. Again, a messed up experiment led to a breakthrough. Nowadays, anesthesia in surgery is taken for granted, but before 1846, anesthesia did not exist. Some painkillers, such as alcohol, were available, but surgery was an unbelievably painful, horrific experience. By the early 1800s, however, it was known that inhaled gases such as ether and nitrous oxide were mind-changing. As you would expect, the first thing people did with that information was to party with the drugs. So-called ether frolics and nitrous oxide parties were very common, and many artists and musicians attended the parties to expand their consciousness. One young man named Horace Wells, who happened to be a dentist, frequented the nitrous oxide parties. While leaving one of the parties feeling pretty good, he smashed his leg against the table, causing a large gash. He looked at his leg as it bled and said, "That's funny, it doesn't hurt." He then started to provide nitrous oxide to his dental patients undergoing tooth extractions, and the world soon followed with the use of nitrous oxide and ether for surgical anesthesia. Here, an unexpected event, when recognized and acted upon, completely revolutionized the practice of medicine. The unfathomable pain and suffering from surgery without anesthesia would be prevented for all subsequent generations of patients. Well, how can this be applied to one's personal path? There are two basic paths to success, as I see them. The first is the prescribed route. This is the one where your parents decide that you will be a scientist or a doctor when you are 4 years old. You enter pre-medical preschool, and then you are groomed for the white coat all the way. Nearly everything is centered on that science goal. Some of you may be following this path, and I'm happy for you. You will succeed. Most of us, however, follow a less direct route. With multiple forks in the road, on this less predictable path, ultimate success depends upon choices made and opportunities presented. Progress requires recognition of opportunities and acting on them. I believe the approach of capitalizing on serendipity and even apparent mistakes can be applied to many facets of life. The keys are to dare to accept the challenges and then to focus intently on succeeding at each step. When I was a freshman, the decision to major in music on top of being a bio major was at best questionable. My friends and family told me that studying music would distract me from my science courses and threaten my ability to pursue a medical career. It probably did. I assure you I am no genius, and there were some very challenging times for me. However, if I hadn't been so heavily involved in music, I would not have had the benefit of the appreciation, critical thinking training, and skill development associated with the study of music. Later, in the 1990s, I became interested in digital music technology. I had a small studio, and it occurred to me, couldn't I use the same analysis techniques applied to sounds in the music studio to the sounds made by the heart and the lungs during anesthesia? I had the opportunity to record anesthetized patients' heart and lung sounds and managed to teach myself, with the help of Dr. Jim Dilger, a researcher in the Stony Brook Anesthesiology Department, the analytical techniques to apply to the sounds. This work, and I will tell you it was a lot of work, resulted in the first quantitative descriptions of heart and lung sounds of patients under anesthesia. My music background, originally a mistake, resulted in continued interest and exploration in music, and then a contribution to medical science. Louis Pasteur said, "Chance favors only the prepared mind." You Stony Brook graduates are very, very well prepared, having received your education at one of the world's great universities. The list of Stony Brook alumni who have accomplished fantastic things is very impressive, and your faculty all have wonderful, distinguished careers themselves. Your education, as well as the Stony Brook label you now wear, can open any doors. I can tell you they certainly open doors for me. So I conclude with the following suggestions, if you'll bear with me. First, try to define success for yourself. Success means something different to each individual. It may mean becoming a great researcher, a teacher, caring for family and loved ones, helping others, or simply having personal peace, happiness, and health. For most, success is a combination of these things. Realize that your definition of success can change depending on life choices and mandates. Second, you are young, you're very talented, and you're very bold. Your risk tolerance right now is the greatest it will ever be. Don't be reckless, but take advantage of that. Be on the lookout for opportunities as they arise, and watch. Sometimes when you think you've made a mistake, you'll find that the mistake is directing you toward a very interesting, fruitful place. Third, don't be afraid of your mistakes. I have made a lot more mistakes than you have, and I'm a pretty happy guy. Fourth, don't be afraid of backtracking if you've really messed up. Fifth, allow your friends and loved ones to help you, and always make time for them and take care of them. Finally, whatever you decide to do in life, make it sing. No matter what you ultimately do, the learning you achieved here at Stony Brook will be there as a very, very strong foundation. I thank you for listening, and congratulations to the graduates and the faculty, loved ones, and family who have supported them.
Thank you, Dr. Maneke. Okay, folks, here comes the evidence. We would like to recognize our graduating students for their many outstanding achievements, and we'll start with an award given by the Chancellor of the State University of New York. The State University of New York's Chancellor's Award recognizes undergraduates who best demonstrate the integration of academic performance with other aspects of university and community life. This year, 15 different Stony Brook seniors were recognized with this award at a ceremony held in Albany on April 2nd. 7 of the 15 Stony Brook seniors who received the Chancellor's Award are sitting here with us today. The names of these students are noted on the back of your program. Please join me in applauding these students for this accomplishment. Stony Brook University undergraduate recognition awards are bestowed upon students who have significant accomplishments above and beyond the requirements of their academic degree programs. Achievements of these students were compiled based on nomination materials contributed by university faculty, staff, and graduate students, and the awards were presented in the undergraduate recognition award ceremony on April 21st. As indicated on the back of your program, 11 different biochemistry and biology seniors were recognized with university recognition awards for academic excellence, indicating a passion for learning that extends beyond the classroom. Graduating students who received provost awards, a separate award for academic excellence, were also recognized during the undergraduate recognition awards ceremony. The recipients of this award are also noted on the back of your program. Biochemistry and biology graduates, the students sitting with us today, accounted for 6 of the 21 Provost Awards winners this year, including 3 students who earned both the Provost Awards as well as the University Award. Please join me in congratulating all of these graduates for their distinguished accomplishments. As our students will attest, there is much more to life at Stony Brook than what happens in the classroom. Also, honors also conferred at the undergraduate recognition award ceremony reveal that biochemistry and biology students continue to be active participants and leaders in shaping life at Stony Brook. As noted on the back of your program, 2 of our graduates received an undergraduate recognition award for outstanding achievement in community service. 1 graduating student received recognition for outstanding achievement in athletics, and actually he's not here today because he's pitching in a playoff game this afternoon at 6 o'clock up in Massachusetts. And 3 of the graduating students sitting here today earned an undergraduate recognition award for leadership. Please join me in applauding these students for their outstanding accomplishments. Phi Beta Kappa is a national honor society devoted to the promotion of scholarly attainment in liberal arts and sciences. Election to Phi Beta Kappa is based not only on high grades, but also on the breadth and balance and proportion in the candidates program. 4 of this year's biochemistry graduate and 10 of this year's biology graduates have been elected to Phi Beta Kappa. This accomplishment is noted next to the names of these students on the inside of the program. It is notable that this group accounts for more than 20% of the total number of Phi Beta Kappa graduates at Stony Brook this year. Please join me in congratulating this impressive group of students for this accomplishment. Degrees with distinction are conferred upon candidates for the Bachelor of Science who have completed at least 55 credits at Stony Brook and obtained the requisite grade point average in the class. Attainment of a degree with distinction is indicated on the student's diploma and permanent academic record. The distinction of summa cum laude is awarded to students with a grade point average of 3.85 or higher. 6 of our graduating biochemistry students and 20 of our graduating biology students are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree with a distinction of summa cum laude. This eligibility is noted next to the names of these students on the inside of the program. I would now like to ask these students to please rise as a group and be recognized for this distinction. Summa cum laude. Please be seated. The distinction of magna cum laude is awarded to students with a grade point average of 3.7 or higher. As is also noted in the program, 14 biochemistry students and 29 biology students are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree with the distinction of magna cum laude. I would now like to ask these students also please rise and be recognized for this distinction. Magna cum laude, please. Please be seated. And finally, the distinction of cum laude is awarded to students with a grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Finally, and as noted in the program, 12 biochemistry and 38 biology students are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree with a distinction of cum laude. I would now like to ask, guess what, students? Please rise and be recognized for this distinction. Cum laude. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Mr. David Malo, who is a member of the Board of Directors of the Stony Brook Alumni Association, to come forward to make a special presentation. David?
Good morning, and thank you for your warm introduction, Dr. Gergen. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate all of you on achieving your goal of graduating with your degrees in biology and biochemistry from Stony Brook University. As a member of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, I'm delighted to welcome you to your very first day of your lifelong membership in the Stony Brook Alumni Association. As alumni, you'll be invited back to Stony Brook for events and performances and lectures, and will have the privilege of enjoying some outstanding benefits and services that will be offered to you. We want you to stay connected, and we hope that you may wish to give back to your alma mater by supporting the students who will arrive on this campus, just as you did, and who will follow in your footsteps, and who will make you proud to be a part of the Stony Brook family. You are all Seawolves for life. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I'm honored to present the College of Arts and Sciences Dean's Choice Award. This prestigious award is sponsored by the Alumni Association and offers each academic dean the opportunity to select a student of their choice. I'm pleased to announce that Dean Squires and her selection committee have named Mr. Solomon Hussein and Mr. Brian Ralph as this year's recipients. Let me first introduce you to Solomon Hussein. Solomon has distinguished himself academically as an undergraduate biochemistry major with a current GPA of 3.8. Solomon has been recognized for his service at the Stony Brook University Hospital Pediatric Oncology Ward and Cardiothoracic Department, and in the Stony Brook undergraduate community through his role on the University Scholars Council. His role as music director and president of the a cappella group High Seas, and as an undergraduate teaching assistant in organic chemistry and biochemistry. Finally, Solomon has distinguished himself through his outstanding contribution to independent undergraduate research at Memorial Sloan Kettering and at Stony Brook University in the Department of Pharmacology. His research in Dr. Holly Colonato's laboratory here at SBU will be the subject of his honors thesis and will comprise part of a manuscript on which he will be second author. Dr. Colonado notes in the lab he is already operating at the level of a talented PhD student. Solomon has received a number of prestigious awards, including University Scholars, Presidential Scholarship, City Employee Scholarship, and admittance into the prestigious Summer Undergraduate Stem Cell Research Program. Solomon Hussein hopes to be a pediatric oncologist, for which he is clearly on the right path. Please join me in congratulating Solomon. Let me now introduce you to Brian Ralph. According to Professor Dale Deutsch, Brian Ralph, a rising senior, is the most outstanding student he has ever encountered in his lab. Since joining the team at the Institute of Chemical Biology and Drug Discovery at Stony Brook, Brian has worked with researchers in biochemistry and cell biology, chemistry, applied mathematics and statistics, and anesthesiology to develop new pain medications that will work by elevating the levels of natural painkillers in the body. He is studying new classes of inhibitors that temporarily stop the action of fatty acid body proteins present in our cells. The result of this inhibition is an artificial elevation in the natural painkillers. Brian has co-authored a paper which was published in PLOS1, a well-respected journal. In his senior year, Brian will be designing new drugs using in silico and virtual screening with tools of molecular dynamics that he learned in applied math. He will also continue with the biochemical screens on those drugs derived from computational methods. In his spare time, Brian plays the cello in Stony Brook's undergraduate orchestra. He also enjoys cycling and running and is training for a triathlon next spring. Congratulations, Brian. The Stony Brook Alumni Association is very proud to present Solomon and Brian with the Dean's Choice Awards. Well done, gentlemen.
Thank you, David, and congratulations, Brian and Solomon. Before we move to the portion of the ceremony where we go from the system-wide to university-wide awards and where we start to present the departmental awards, I'd like to recognize one of our graduates for very special and singular accomplishments. I'm pleased to inform you that graduating biology major Ariana Levin we recognize with the Ward Melville Valedictorian Awards in the main ceremony, university commencement ceremony later today. This award is given to Stony Brook students admitted as freshmen that have the highest graduating point average upon graduation. Ariana is graduating today with a perfect GPA of 4.0 in all of her coursework here at Stony Brook, and is one of 4 Ward Melville valedictorians in the graduating class of 2014. Let's provide a hearty congratulations to Ariana, as well as to all of our other previously recognized graduates. It is now with great pleasure that I invite Dr. Harvard Lyman, Director of the Undergraduate Program in Biochemistry, to come to the microphone to present the Departmental Award Honors in Biochemistry.
We'd now like to recognize students who will be graduating with honors in biochemistry. This distinction requires both a record of outstanding academic achievement as well as the completion of an honors thesis in biochemistry. The 10 biochemistry students who have earned this distinction are listed on the back of your program, and the full title of the thesis projects completed by these students is in the insert page of the Convocation program. We would like now to call up the students who are graduating with honors in biochemistry that are here today to receive a plaque acknowledging this accomplishment. I would like to start by asking Emily Brennan and Kevin Chavez to please come forward. Emily completed her honors thesis with research with Dr. William Collins, Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, and Kevin did his research with Dr. Laurie Krug from the Department of Molecular Genetics and Microbiology. Dr. Collins and Dr. Krug should please come forward to present these students with their plaques. I would now like to ask Salman Hussein and Anjali Kapoor to come forward. Salman and Anjali did their thesis research in the laboratories of Dr. Holly Colignato and Michael Froman of the Department of Pharmacological Sciences, respectively. Solomon's certificate will be presented by Dr. Benjamin Martin from the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, one of the readers of his thesis. Anjali's certificate will be presented by Dr. Deborah Brown, also from the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, and one of the readers of this honors thesis. Dr. Martin and Dr. Brown should please come forward to present the students. I would now like to ask Samuel Kimmy and Stephen Go to come forward. Samuel did his research with Dr. Benjamin Martin of the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, who will present Sam with his plaque. Stephen did his thesis research with Dr. Peter Tonge of the Department of Chemistry, and his award will be presented by Dr. Robert Halderwanger, the chair of the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology. Drs. Martin and Halderwanger should please come forward to present the students with their plaques. I would now like to ask Kevin Pereira and Christina Roman to come forward. Kevin did his thesis research with Dr. Marcia Simon in the School of Dental Medicine, and will be presented with his plaque by Dr. Kevin Peplinski in the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, one of the readers of his thesis. Christina did her thesis research with Dr. Edward Luck, Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, who will present her with her plaque. Drs. Teplinski and Luck should please come forward to present the students with their plaques. got an awful lot of these plaques. At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Lorna Roll, Professor and Chair of Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, to come to the microphone to present Department of Awards for honors in biology.
We would like to recognize 16 of our graduating biology majors for outstanding academic achievement and the completion of an honors thesis in biology. These students are also listed on the back page, and the full title of each thesis is provided on the insert page of the Convocation program. Each of these students will be called up to the platform to be presented a plaque acknowledging this accomplishment by a member of their faculty. And I would like to start by asking Safa Abdelhakim and Igor Bundalavesky to please come forward. Safa did her research with Dr. William Collins from the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, who will be presenting her plaque. Igor did his thesis with research with Dr. Marcus Seliger from the Department of Pharmacological Sciences, and will be presented with his plaque by Dr. Susan Erster from the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology. One of the readers of his thesis. Dr. Collins and Erster, please come forward to present the plaques. I would now like to ask Jiahong Chen and Amy Chung to come forward. Jiahong did his thesis research with Bruce Dempel in the Department of Pharmacological Sciences, who will be presenting his plaque. Amy did her thesis research with Dr. Alfredo Fontanini from the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, and will be presented with her plaque by Dr. Jeffrey Leventon from the Department of Ecology and Evolution, one of the readers of her thesis. Drs. Dempel and Leventon should please come forward to present their students with their plaques.
Congratulations.
Go over to the side, get your picture taken. I would now like to ask Melissa Daniel and Ariana Frontinario to come forward. Melissa did her research with Dr. Lonnie Woolmuth in the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, who will be presenting her plaque. Ariana did her thesis research with Dr. Michael Heyman in the Department of Molecular Genetics and Microbiology, who will be presenting her plaque. Drs. Woolmuth and Heyman should please come forward to present their students with their plaques. Mr. Woolmuth. I was wondering where you work. I would now like to ask Jamie Law and Ariana Levin to come forward. Jamie did her thesis research with Dr. Laurie Krug in the Department of Molecular Genetics and Microbiology, who will be presenting her plaque. Ariana did her thesis research with Dr. Kevin Zaplinski in the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, who will present her with her plaque. Drs. Krug and Zaplinski should please come forward to present the students with their plaques. I would now like to ask Shojin Lee and Sheena Mago to come forward. Shujin did her thesis research with Dr. Maya Shelley in the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior, and I will present her with her plaque. Sheena did her thesis research with Dr. Mario Rebecki in the Department of Anesthesiology, who will present her with her plaque. Dr. Rebecki should please come forward to help me present the students with their plaques. I would now like to ask Serinda Munga and Samantha Shetty to come forward. Serinda did his thesis with Dr. Yijin Chin in the Biomedical Engineering Department and will receive his plaque from Dr. Marvin O'Neill in undergraduate biology, one of the readers of his thesis. Samantha did her research with Dr. Aprajita Mohanty in the Department of Psychology, and I will present her plaque. Dr. O'Neill should please come forward to help me present these students with their plaques. I would now like to ask Joshua Sun and Namali, Wirasuria, sort of, to come forward. I apologize. Joshua and Namali did their thesis research with Doctors Ellen Lee and Samdeep Gupta, respectively. These two faculty are both from the Department of Medicine and are here to present their students with their plaques, except that Dr. Gupta, who was planning to be here today, actually was called away to surgery. So Dr. Peter Gergen will present him with the plaque. So would Dr. Lee and Gergen please come forward? I found that one challenging. I'm sorry. Finally, it is my distinct honor to ask Hayu Zhang and Ling Zheng to come forward. Hayu did her thesis research with Dr. Peter Gergen in the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, who will present her with her plaque. Ling did her research with Dr. Ellen Lee in the Department of Medicine. Since both Dr. Lee and Dr. Gergen are already here, they can proceed to present the plaques. It's now my pleasure to ask Dr. Harvard Lyman, Professor of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, to come to the microphone to present the Raymond Jones Award for the Excellence in Cell Biology Research. Dr. Lyman.
The Raymond Jones Award for Outstanding Excellence in Cell Biology is presented in honor of Professor Raymond Jones, who was one of the founders of the biology department, the biology division. He served at one of its inaugural chairs. He also served as in those days, the provost of biological sciences, and was an outstanding a cell biologist in his day, and this award was established in his honor and is given to a student who has shown outstanding research excellence in cell biology. sitting here? Yeah. The Raymond Jones Award in Cell Biology goes to Ariana Lin, who It is now my pleasure to ask Dr. Maurice Kernan, Professor of Neurobiology and Behavior, to come to the microphone to present the Irwin Astra Award for Excellence in Genetics Research.
Thank you. The Astra Award was endowed by Elof Carlson, a geneticist and one of Stony Brook's great teachers, who trained under Hermann Muller, one of the founders of modern genetics, together with his friend and colleague Irwin Astra, in whose memory he endowed this. We honor their life and work each year by presenting this award for outstanding student research in genetics. The Astra Award this year goes to Sam Kimmy, and I ask him now to join us again on the platform. While he does, let me tell you why he's such a deserving recipient for the Astra Award. Sam got an A in the genetics course taught by Dr. Hollingsworth and myself, no mean feat, as some of you know, and returned the next year to help us TA the course. He was one of our best TAs. As you've heard, he's also done research in genetics, working with Dr. Ben Martin to study how protein growth factors control stem cell fate during development. And in doing this, he was supported by one of the research awards funded by our biology alumni. Sam is also a champion athlete, competing for Stony Brook in Division I track and cross country, and he was on the cross country team that won Stony Brook's first America East Conference Championship in 2012. In September, he's headed across country to join the PhD program in bioscience at Stanford University. The road to the PhD is a long and bumpy one, but somehow I think he's got it in him to go the distance. Sam. It's now my pleasure to bring Dr. Peter Gergen back to the microphone to describe the final group of departmental award winners.
The departments of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, Ecology and Evolution, and Neurobiology Behavior are pleased to recognize several of our graduating seniors with departmental outstanding undergraduate achievement awards based on their all-around accomplishments as students, their contributions to science as researchers in the laboratories, and invaluable assistance they've provided as undergraduate teaching assistants in our classrooms. Each of these students is listed on the back page of your program and will receive a certificate. We have them here. When you come to the stage, don't forget to get yours if I call you out. Commemorating their award when they come to the platform to be recognized as individual degree candidates. However, we'd like to now recognize them as a group by asking each candidate to stand as their name is read and to remain standing until all the names have been read. I'd like to request that everyone please hold their applause until all 18 names have been read. So the award winners for outstanding achievement in biochemistry: Solomon Hussein, Samuel Kimmy, Alice McGarry, Stephen No, Kevin Pereira, and Christina Roman. For outstanding achievement in biology, specialization in bioengineering: Sheena Mago. In developmental genetics, Ariana Fronterio and Ariana Levin. In general biology, Daniela Boldakova, Jamie Law, and Joshua Sun. In interdisciplinary biology, Igor Bondalevsky, Parth Patel, and Sukhchain Singh. In neuroscience, Safa Abdel Hakim and Amy Chung. And finally, for outstanding achievement in quantitative biology and bioinformatics, Haiyu Zhang. They're all standing now. Please join me in congratulating them on their achievements. Please be seated, except for Safa. It is now my distinct honor and great pleasure to introduce our student speaker for the 2014 Biochemistry and Biology Convocation, Ms. Sava Abdel-Hakim.
All right. Good morning, everyone, faculty, families, friends, and graduates. I'm honored to be standing here today to share with you some thoughts about this great achievement. I would like you to ask yourself, how did you make it here today? And what have you learned along your journey? I'm sure there are many, many unique stories behind every one of us, but the fact is, no matter how different we all are, we're all here today, united with the same accomplishment, similar lessons, and the same feelings of pride and gratitude. As future scientists during the past years, we spent many hours in labs. But to be honest, I was so excited when I realized that that's it. We don't need to register for any more labs. As corny as this may sound, it hit me that we have to prepare for a much harder lab. I will call life. In this lab, we are the ones tested, not only on how much we know, but on our actions and decisions. Its experiments have variables that we have to define ourselves, but we cannot control for. But you know what, Seawolves? Throughout the past years, we've gone far beyond the minimum graduation requirements. After hours spent at the library, after extracurricular activities and family responsibilities we took care of all at the same time, we've learned so many things. We didn't just learn how to write our lab report the night before it's due, or read all of Ellen Lopez's emails, or draw curved arrow mechanisms on an organic chemistry exam. We learned about life, so when the time comes to deal with it, we don't choose the most incorrect answer. Here we learned how to aim high and find our way there, although it still takes me forever to find my way to my car in South Bay. But seriously, we've become much more mature and much stronger than when we entered here years ago. I walked into this campus when it was my first time away from my family, who was born and raised in Egypt, and still live there. They were kind enough to come today. Looking for more and aiming high, I decided, so medical school over there starts right after high school, and I was accepted to medical school in Egypt. But I decided to choose a slightly different path. So I decided to come to pursue a medical career here in the United States, building its foundation with the 4 years of science as a pre-medical student. I had no doubts about getting accepted into medical school here, since I had already started over there. I was on top of the clouds with the new opportunity till I faced the reality of my situation. During my first visit to the pre-medical advisor, based on some credible statistics, she convinced me that my chances of getting accepted to medical school in the United States with my visa status and as an international student are that low. And I owe her a lot for being that honest to me. There was only one option, which is to work very, very hard, and I'm sure many of you chose to do that as well. And you would agree with me, through that hard work, we learned a lot, we grew a lot, not only by being part of this community, but by serving it as well. My happiest moments were when I helped in enhancing the diversity here on campus as the president of Golden Key International Honor Society, by contributing to the scientific research of this university, by helping in developing an underserved community in Panama, even if I broke my arm over there. But this is just the most remarkable thing was at the end of the journey that I got accepted to medical school in Stony Brook University. Regardless, despite the discouraging statistics that I just told you about, there's always a way. And this is just one sample among the many more amazing achievements of the graduates here today, in different careers and in different fields. You know what, friends? Our hypothesis here is that a bright future lies ahead of every one of us. So make sure you stand strong when life tests it. Congratulate yourselves, for you've come a long way. Parents and family members, for all your sacrifices, those we know and those we don't know, we thank you. For your faith in us, we congratulate you. We love you. Thank you to my amazing family. It's because of this combined effort that we're here today, as ready as ever. But before I end, I would like to leave you with a quote for Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember that within you, you have the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars, to change the world. And now, with no further ado, graduates, go out there and show everyone what a Seawolf has got. Class of 2014, we did it. Thank you.
Student speaker is always the highlight. Thank you, Safa. Now we come to the point in the program where we will recognize each of our degree candidates. After the presentation of the candidates for each degree as a group, individual candidates will come up to the platform to be recognized. There are professional photographers here, you probably noticed them already, to document this moment for each of our graduates. We fully appreciate the pride and excitement of our guests and certainly share with you these sentiments. However, it would be greatly appreciated if everyone in the audience in attendance today, if all of our guests will be considerate of other members of the audience as the individual graduates come forward to be recognized. That means do not storm the stage. I'd like to start the festivities by asking Dr. Robert Halterwanger, the professor and chair of the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, to join me in presenting the degree candidates for the Master of Science in Biochemistry and Cell Biology and the Master of Arts in Ecology and Evolution. Dr. Halterwanger?
Will the degree candidates for the Master of Science in Biochemistry and Cell Biology and Ecology and Evolution please rise? Congratulations on your achievements. In recognition of your achievements, please turn the tassels on your cap from right to left. Please remain standing and come up to be recognized as your name is read.
Michael Dehan. Rajvi Doshi. It's okay to applaud. Hansul Lee. Teresa Miranda. Ramohan, or we call him Rohan, Ramakrishna. And not everybody I have a card for, so you can say your name.
My name is Ruofei Li. Thank you.
It is now my pleasure to ask Dr. Harvard Lyman, the Director of Biochemistry, Undergraduate Biochemistry, to join Dr. Halterwanger, the Professor and Chair of the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology, in presenting the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry.
Dr. Halterwanger, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry. Will those students please rise?
Congratulations on your achievements. In recognition of those achievements, please turn the tassels on your cap from right to the left and come forward to be recognized.
We will start by presenting the biochemistry banner bearer, followed by the rest of the biochemistry graduates. We would like to remind you that professional photographers are here to document the recognition of every student and ask that everyone respect the rights of other members of the audience. The biochemistry graduates will be individually introduced by Professor Nancy Hollingsworth from the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology. For each graduate, she will read their name and provide the individual recognition of their awards and accomplishments. Dr. Hollingsworth, please bring your group forward.
Stephen No, Phi Beta Kappa, Summa Cum Laude, Provost Award, University Academic Excellence, Outstanding Achievement in Biochemistry, Honors Thesis, Biochemistry Banner Bearer. Nora Ben Halima. Brian Benz. Sahur Bilal. Emily Brennan, magna cum laude, honors thesis. Summer Brooks Smith. Ronald Chavez, magna cum laude. Helen Chen. Joshua Dunn, cum laude. Robert Louis Ferretero, cum laude. Evan Herlihy, magna cum laude. Sharir Hossein. Solomon Hussein, Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude, University Academic Excellence, Outstanding Achievement in Biochemistry, Honors Thesis, Alumni Association College of Arts and Sciences Dean Choice Award. Robin Jacob, cum laude. Nara Jiang. Alan Job, magna cum laude. Anjali Kapoor, magna cum laude, University Academic Excellence, Honors Thesis. Samuel Kimmy, summa cum laude, Provost Award, Senior Scholar Athlete Award, Irwin Oster Prize, Outstanding Achievement in Biochemistry, Honors Thesis. Hyo Chul Kwag. Yang Lu, summa cum laude. Patrick McGough, cum laude. Alan Migaroff. Michael Monahan. Alex Neufeld. Alexandra N.G. Harris, Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude. Ivan Pack, cum laude. Kevin Pereira, magna cum laude, Outstanding Achievement in Biochemistry, Honors Thesis. Jeffrey Pino. Christina Roman, summa cum laude, outstanding achievement in biochemistry, honors thesis. Conrad Serdell, cum laude. Michael Sapme. Christopher Sharif. Kevin Tan. Stephanie Say. Charles Tout. Jonathan Yee. Yulu Wang. Imani Yao. Nikita Saha Turna. Kevin Chavez, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, Chancellor's Award, Provost Award, University Academic Excellence, honors thesis. Inderpal Singh.
It's now my pleasure to ask Dr. Peter Gergen, Director of Undergraduate Biology, and Dr. Walt Eanes, Professor and Chair of the Department of Ecology and Evolution, to come forward to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biology.
Dr. Eanes, I have the distinct honor of presenting the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biology. Will these students all please rise?
Congratulations on your achievements. In recognition of your achievements, please turn the tassel on your cap from the right to the left, and then come up to be recognized.
Okay, would the graduates in Group 1 remain standing? The other two groups can be seated. We will start by presenting the student speaker. So Safa, come to the head of the line, followed by the biology bandage bearer, followed by the rest of the graduates. The first group of graduates will be introduced by Professor Matthew Schmidt from undergraduate biology. Coming this way. No. Yeah, we're going to stand up.
Safa Abdel Hakim, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, Chancellor's Award, University Academic Excellence, Outstanding Achievement in Neuroscience, Honors Thesis, and Student Speaker. Ariana Levin, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, Chancellor's Award, Provost's Award, Outstanding Achievement in Developmental Genetics, Honors Thesis, Raymond Jones Award, Ward Melville Valedictorian Award, and Biology Banner Bearer. Jillianne Abella. Nina Abraham. Asin Ahmed. Yunus Ahmed. Hania Imtiaz Alvi. Trevor Ambrico, summa cum laude. Anastasia Ambrosio. Lydia Ani, summa cum laude. Maravilla Ane, magna cum laude. Lauren Christine Badaluco. Valentino Baldeo. Sarala Balkaran. Shelley Banerjee. Josephine Barone, cum laude. Megan Flora Beard. Shamvil Bilal. Daniela Boldakova, summa cum laude, outstanding achievement in general biology. Zach Brett, magna cum laude. Elliot Bright. Julia Budasi. Igor Bondalevsky, Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude, outstanding achievement in interdisciplinary biology and honors thesis. Danielle Butler. Sundas Putt. Lorena Cardenas. Felipe Daniel Cabrera Flores. Shayna Castagna. George Cicciotti. Katarina Chapman. Charmaine Chiang, magna cum laude. David Chen. Jia Hong Chen, magna cum laude and honors thesis. Amy Chung, summa cum laude, outstanding achievement in neuroscience, honors thesis. Lisa Chu. Kai Lai Chu. Christian Cintron. Tara Lynn Cunningham. Christopher Damiani, magna cum laude. Gabriella Donde. Melissa Daniel, magna cum laude, University Academic Excellence and Honors Thesis. Alan Carlo David. Lance De Guzman. Amanda Demenescu. Christopher Michael DeFiori. Connor Duffy. Sarah Michael Farrell, magna cum laude. Rosemarie Fleming. Matthew Fricano. Ariana Frontario, magna cum laude, outstanding achievement in developmental genetics and honors thesis. Mariah Geritano, University Leadership. Timsal Mohammed Ghani, magna cum laude. Christina Giordano. Nabila Gurgis. Stefan Go. Romina Gonzalez Rivera. Jessica Griffin. Sabina Gruber. Zachary Guarnero. Mikhail Gorovich, magna cum laude. Eden High. Samantha Nicole Harwood. Aliza Hassan. Yaruk Hassan. Melissa Higdon. Christine Ho. Allison Huang, cum laude. Yinglu Huang. Chun Sang Yip. And Dazi Irving. The next group of biology graduates will be introduced by Professor Joanne Souza from the Department of Biochemistry and Cell Biology.
Jithin John. Gina Joji, cum laude, University Leadership. Kevin Joseph. Tony Joseph. Saad Kaid. Supriya Cannon. Aisha Gakar. Deborah Kim. Hyunmin Kim. Carolina Kowalska. Carol Craneberg, cum laude. Ankish Kumar. Albert Curian. Deanna Lamb. Socrates Lambros. Jamie Law, magna cum laude, University Academic Excellence, Outstanding Achievement in General Biology and Honors Thesis. Nicholas Lazaro. Christina Leong, cum laude. Billy Lee. Urgin Lee. Michelle Lee, cum laude. Bernice Shoshin Lee. Emily Littman, magna cum laude. Noemi Long. Sarah Lewis. Anna Lovitz, Babak Mojave Senior Leadership Award. Robin Lynn. Sheena Mago, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, Outstanding Achievement in Bioengineering and Honors Thesis. Anita Mowatra. Stephanie Mong. James Morrow. Michelle McCann. Christina Merseca. Jennifer Minguez. Rachel Morganti. Serinda Munga. Summa Cum Laude, Chancellor's Award, Provost Award, University Academic Excellence and Honors Thesis. Ashley Marino, Cum Laude. Soya Mokwakni, Phi Beta Kappa, Magna Cum Laude. Ryan Mulqueen. Kelly Murtha, Cum Laude. Mohammed Newman. Sunana Ochani. Dr. Bingham will now continue.
Thank you, Professor Sousa. Inshad Nadru. Inshad Nadru. Suyan Nam. Cum laude. Pratyush Narayan. Matthew Nashiwat. Brian Nguyen, Summa Cum Laude and Chancellor's Award. Evan O'Brien. Glenda Urath. Caitlin Orioles. Jairo Ortega, excuse me. Soya Payang. Charles Palmieri. Parth Pancholi, cum laude. Angelo Pasquino. Parth Patel, summa cum laude and outstanding achievement in interdisciplinary biology. Rathika Patel. Joy Pawiro Satiko, cum laude. Craig Hodzis. Stephen Popper. Trevor Prashad, cum laude. Jasmine Ranu. Adriel Redondo, cum laude. Heyra Raymond. Ashish Rihal. David Romanelli, cum laude. Kristen Roy. Michael Ratovsky. The third and final group of biology graduates will be introduced by Professor William Collins from the Department of Neurobiology and Behavior.
Ifal Saeed. Gayatri Setia, cum laude. Crystal Shah, cum laude. Amber Sheikh, cum laude. Samantha Shetty, honors thesis. Maritza Sierra. Harmeet Singh. Ariarios Skoulikitis, cum laude. Jennifer Lee Smither. Victoria Smith. Christine Solomon, cum laude. Joshua Sun, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude, outstanding achievement in general biology, honors thesis. Michelle Sturano. Karishma Sukte. Alan Tan. Aaron Thomas, Phi Beta Kappa, summa cum laude. Siju Thomas. Kyle Tolles. Tatiana Toles. James Tolsdorf. Kazi Ula, magna cum laude. Andrea Viero. Ting Wang. Samantha Weber Privet. Namali Wirasoria, cum laude, honors thesis. Matthew Williams. Yaroslav Yanishin. Jackson Yi. Sing Yu Yin. Haiyu Zhang, summa cum laude, outstanding achievement in quantitative biology and bioinformatics, honors thesis. Ling Zhang, cum laude, honors thesis. Alima Ibrahim Yansane. Yuri Steinberg, magna cum laude. Brian Davis. Reedma Guy, magna cum laude. Sharmi Sherry. Christina Neroth. Ephraim Halford. Nicole Vivinetti. Priyaga Jayashri. Abdullah Mafta, magna cum laude. Ulvina Afzal. Farhan Chaudhry. Naeem Nasher, cum laude. Leon Itwar. Hyun Soo Kang. Kain Aimaya Toon, magna cum laude. Michael Zahotsky.
Congratulations to you.
Mtaz Udin. Yevgeny Lutz. Kevin Nian. Mohammed Gotcha. Rubab Farha. Webster Hainsworth. Patrick Singer. Bhavna Sharma. Congratulations to all the biology and biochemistry graduates.
While we have our last graduates returning to their seats, I would like to congratulate the families and the guests. That was the most well-behaved audience that I've seen in 20 years of doing these commencement ceremonies. All right. So this brings us to the conclusion of the 2014 Biochemistry and Biology Convocation ceremony. Congratulations once again to the graduates, their friends, and families. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us on this important occasion, and now ask that the audience, let's keep up with the good behavior. Please remain in place until the procession departs. For those who will be attending the main ceremony, hopefully the rain holds off until the afternoon, in the Laval Stadium, the biology and biochemistry students will be lining up at the bottom of the steps right outside here. Couldn't be more convenient. We look forward to seeing you all outside. So we'll have the bagpipes come up, lead us up the middle aisle, platform first, and then students, you'll follow. And we'll see you all outside.